Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with AFC Bournemouth. Now, we've got a lot to cover in this episode. We are midway through January. Things have gone well in the league, I guess, as we are currently 12th. Things not gone so well when it comes to certain results. Transfers have taken place. Yeah, there's a lot. We're just going to go through it. First up, we're going to go through fixtures that have taken place last calendar year. 4 matches. 3 of them we won. I don't know how we did it. I honestly have no idea. We beat Manchester United. We were battered for most of it. Beat them 1-0. Odsonne Edouard lost 3-0 to Leicester. Let's not talk about that one. Beat Brighton 4-0. David Brooks with the brace. Joshua Zirkzee and Luka Zahovic with the goals here. Then we grinded out a 1-0 victory away from home against Newcastle. And then the January transfer window opened. So now let's jump into transfer business. So far, only one player has left the club of meaningful level, and I apologise to the player who's gone out on loan. Philip Billing has signed on loan to Braga for the rest of the season. He wasn't playing enough games, basically. He was earning too much money. He's kind of trimmed his wages in half. So yeah, he's going to spend the season there. I have transfer listed him as well. No luck, unfortunately, in shifting him on permanently. The first of 6 players to join the club during the January transfer window on permanent deals is Joshua Zirkzee, obviously formerly on loan here, has now signed a permanent deal. £40 million. It's a lot. It's not in one lump, but it's in 2 lumps. It's basically 20 million now, 20 million later, but he's a wonder kid. He's 19 years old, he's a wonder kid. He's really bloody good. So I thought, let's tie him down to a proper deal whilst we've got the money. Next up, we've brought another defender. This time, it's English defender Rob Holding signing from Arsenal for about 13.5 million pounds. He was transfer listed, not playing enough games there, quite obviously. 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. I think he's a good option. Plus, he can speak English, which I think is something that we are lacking, is English-speaking defenders. We also delved into the youth market a little bit. So in not January, this summer, that's what it's called. In the summer, I did have a little look at some teams and trying to have a look at some youth players that have come through. And we've picked up 4 of them, 3 of them even. Arjan van der Berg is a Dutch striker. I nearly said central defender, that's the opposite. He's a striker signing from Jong Utrecht in Holland. £2.7 million potentially. I think it's going to go up a little bit more. It might go up to something like 5 million. I'm not quite sure, but I think he is actually one of our better options that we've managed to bring in. Moving over to Germany from Hamburg, it is Marlon Hennings, the 16-year-old German central defender. Can also play as a left or right back. He's come in for £4 million. He's getting on the more expensive end. I have to admit, I thought his decisions at 14 was actually determination at 14. So mentally, he's not necessarily good enough. He still does have 4.5-star potential though, so we still might get some decent performances out of him. And another German central defender is Leander Earhart, maybe. He's signed from Mainz, £5 million for the moustached 16-year-old. Why does he have a moustache? He's 16. He, however, unlike the other guy, has wonderful mental stats. 19 determination, 18 teamwork, 17 work rate. Physically also very good. Technically needs some work, but he is only 16 years old, so he's got plenty of time to develop that. And the final player to join the club on a permanent deal is Calvin Phillips, the 25-year-old English defensive midfielder. That's why we've bought him as a defensive midfielder. Has signed from Leeds United. It's about 20.5 million pounds. There we go. I'd say that's actually not bad. 3.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. English as well. I think we've got a good player there. And we've also loaned Phil Foden from Manchester City. He's yet to play for us, but he's come in until the end of the season. We are paying a bit of money for him. I think it's going to cost about £4 million for his entire loan deal, regardless of whether he's first team or not playing. So yeah, Phil Foden is in. Very, very good prospect, obviously. 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Him and David Brooks can now actually rotate as that advanced playmaker in the middle, as opposed to just having David Brooks. And also, he can play on the wings, which is always handy. So that's our transfer business. We've spent £141 million. The window is still open, and we've still got 20 million left to spend. I want to try and shift on a few players as well, but it might not happen. Let's go back to fixtures, shall we? So far, 3 matches have been played this calendar year. We have played 2 of them in the FA Cup against AFC Wimbledon, and yeah, we're knocked out of that. That's not helped. It was a 1-1 draw in the away leg. Joshua Zirkzee with a penalty for us, and then at home we lost 1-0. We weren't even bad. They just scored a goal. We didn't. Against Manchester City, we were very, very unlucky to get nothing out of this. Calvin Phillips, nearly called him Kevin Phillips. Calvin Phillips scored his first ever goal for the club on his debut against Manchester City. However, a 94th minute winner from Florentino Luis gives Manchester City the 3 points. That was, by the way, we were supposed to play 92 minutes. They played 2 extra minutes and Man City scored the winner. Wasn't particularly happy when that happened. It does mean, league table-wise, we are not looking too bad. 7 victories, 2 draws, 11 defeats out of 20 games, 23 points in the bag. We are technically mid-table, although we are 7 points off of a relegation spot. We are also 7 points behind Southampton, who are currently 2 places ahead of us. We're still not done. We're going to now go to the club vision. So, club vision-wise, C-. And the reason why we are C- is club vision-wise, we have failed the Europa League, we have failed in the FA Cup, we're not doing well in the league. Everything else is okay. We're actually doing really well in terms of club culture, working within the wage budget, we're doing okay now. I say now because we weren't. Carabao Cup, we just about scraped through what we needed to do there, and then match performance. This is a problem. We are the most inconsistent team that you will ever find. F, A, F, E, A, D, A-, B-, F, C-, F. We need to get some consistency going. And between the last episode and this episode, the patch has come out. The patch that fixes the match engine. This could go one of 2 ways. We might suddenly start playing really well. We might suddenly play a lot worse than we already were. Right, I think that's all the business done. It's now time to get down to the proper business against Southampton in the first game of the episode. The second match, by the way, is going to be up against Norwich, so it's 10th, 11th and 12th. I say 12, we're 12. Southampton, we've not done so well against them recently, although apparently we're favourites. I'm not sure how or why. The starting lineup we're going to go for then, we're sticking with the 4-4-2 diamond gegenpress. Probably not going to work with the new match engine, but we're giving it a go anyway. In goal will be Butland. The back 4 will be Casper De Norre, Stefan Posch, Lewis Abram and Mitchell Dix. Calvin Phillips will be the defence midfielder with Mikel Cuisance and Joe Willock as the 2 central midfielders. Phil Foden will be making his debut and Callum Wilson will partner Joshua Zirkzee as the strikers. You'll probably spot that Lewis Cook has a bid in for him. Brad Smith also has a bid in for him. Not going to spoil where they're going just yet. You'll probably find out by the end of the episode for Lewis Cook. Considering we are 1 and a bit seasons in, Southampton have not really bought a lot of players. They've got Maroney and Paintsil. Joseph Paintsil. I've never even heard of Joseph Paintsil. He's not that good either. So what is new in this match engine? I have no idea, although I have seen people saying that they are getting about 15 penalties a match and not scoring any of them, so that's one thing. Also, I've been seeing people saying that the match engine makes their computer chug a little bit. Mine, so far, looks okay. Butland clears the ball upfield. It's going to be Luis Abram. The Peruvian can run forward. Down the left-hand side, plays it forward to nobody. Zirkzee's going to get there first somehow. Is he going to cross it in? Are we going to see a cross? No, he's going to keep walking. Kept hold of the ball. In the middle, Joe Willock there, and he's hit the post? Maybe? Was that the back post? That's not a post. You know, the one that holds the net up. Throw in for Southampton. Kevin Danso. Maroney doesn't get there. Calvin Phillips does. Danso once again, though, with the ball. Jan Valery. Is he going to get tackled? He's got 2 Bournemouth players for company. Manages to find Danso. Now Southampton passing it around. Danso once again on the right-hand side. He's a centre-back. Don't know why he's up there. Paintsil. Joseph Paintsil gets tackled, and now Calvin Phillips can clear the ball. Zirkzee's going to collect it on the halfway line. If he can get past Jan Bednarek, he plays it in the middle instead. Danso heads down to Jan Valery and all the way back to Angus Gunn. First time clearance from the English goalkeeper to Nathan Redmond. Back to Ryan Bertrand. I don't understand why Ryan Bertrand is still at Southampton on this game. Redmond forward towards Paintsil on the right-hand side. Into the area, he's going to score, isn't he? He doesn't score, he hits the side netting. It is still 0-0. Throw in for Danso, I guess. Yes, it is Danso, the centre-back taking throw-ins on the right-hand side. Why is Danso so far forward? Valery, ball in towards the back post. It's not gone in. The net moved. It's not gone in. I don't know what's happened here. We've got some goal line technology. It shows nothing. It shows us absolutely nothing. Well, I'd like to point out, 35 minutes in, it's not going so well, is it? We've had 1 shot, they've had 9. Something needs to change. Half time, it is 0-0. We've yet to have a shot on target. Jason Tyndall says the performance was disappointing even. I'm going to say I'm not happy, assertively. We are probably not going to do any changes, although I might have changed some things around here. I'm not quite sure. Some of these I've probably tweaked about with as time has gone on. maybe we need to change this up. I'm going to try and look for the underlap. I don't know whether that's a thing that's going to work with our formation. We don't have wingers, so the overlap isn't going to work, but maybe the underlap will. I mean, I imagine by this point in this save, you've worked out that I'm not very good when it comes to tactics. We've got the ball in the penalty area, but it is cleared. Willock with the ball, the Arsenal loanee, to Phil Foden. He has to go back to Mitchell Dix, Willock, and now Calvin Phillips. Phillips forward to Foden, now Wilson. Look for that underlap. Wilson, where is he going to go? Back to Willock. Willock has made his way through a crowd of players. His shot, though, is wide of the post. Still yet to have a shot on target. Get creative. Let's try that. Mitchell Dix has managed to injure himself. Not good. Really not good. Especially when you don't have any defenders on the bench. I'd say defenders. Fullbacks on the bench. So Casper De Norre's going to go over to left. Steve Cook is going to come on as that right back. Maybe we do that. Let's put Posh as that right back. I don't know whether Posh as a right back's a good idea. Casper De Norre's on a 6.2. Calvin Phillips' corner comes in. It's gone all the way through and Joe Willock's at the back. Joey bloody Willock. Calvin Phillips' corner went all the way through. Missed absolutely everybody. Our first shot on target has gone into the back of the net. We are 1-0 up against Southampton. Let's just keep it this way, please. Xerxes is going to come off for Rob Holding. Yep, we're doing it. I'm sorry, people, okay? We're doing it. We're just going to have to go a little bit more, shut up shop. You can be a complete forward on attack, maybe. You're probably going to be extremely isolated out there, but I don't care. Let's go defensive as well. We've got under 10 minutes, under 5 minutes now. 4 minutes left on the clock. Danso to Bertrand. Ryan Bertrand forward. It's Uejan, whoever Uejan is. Bertrand once again. He can cross the ball in. It's Mario Lemina's hit the post with a ridiculous Paolo Di Canio-esque volley. Valerie is going to collect the clearance, and that ends the highlight. Into injury time. We're going to do our final substitution. We're going to play, Lewis Cook, be a left back. Sure, just a time waste. 25 seconds of injury time to play. Moroni with the ball for Southampton. He's going to run inside. Gets past his man. He's going to keep going. Moroni plays it across. Jan Valery. Lewis Cook's closing him down. Cross comes in. Moroni's there. He's hit the post. The ball's gone into the back of the net. It is a 1-1 draw. And the match engine has screwed me over again. How? 94th minute. Again. 94th minute. And they've equalised. They've not even equalised. Jack Butland just didn't save it. So Moroni's there, hits the post, hits Butland, and just rolls into the back of the net. And that was literally the last highlight of the game. Literally the last highlight, and they equalised. That is 2 points most definitely dropped. Okay, Mitchell Dix has got a tight groin, so he's not going to be out for too long. What else is going on? There we go. This is what I was expecting. Lewis Cook, he is leaving the club. He is signing for Liverpool. £37.5 million. 50% of the next sale, though. So, I mean, we probably could have got more money for him. He was upset. He was unhappy. That's more what I wanted to say. He was unhappy, wanted to leave. We've now shifted him on. We've got a little bit more money, 17 and a bit million pounds to maybe reinvest. So that Southampton result then puts us into 13th place. Everton losing to Chelsea, which means we are no closer, as far as I can tell, to the relegation zone. Oh, no, we are. We're 7 points clear now. Up next, it's 11th place Norwich. This is not really a must-win game, but these are the type of games that if we keep winning these ones, we're not going to get dragged into a relegation scrap. And for some reason, the board still hate us. I'm assuming that's like an F, an H rating? An F rating for drawing 1-1. We drew, we get an F rating. In what world is that an F? We got a point against a team who are above us in the table. That's ridiculous. Match number 2 then of what is going to be a very long episode. To be honest, they've all been fairly long episodes for the beta. It's up against Norwich. It's 11th place versus 13th place. And since the turn of the year, the press have constantly been on about how this could be my last game in charge. This could be my last game in charge. If a victory doesn't happen, I think this might be our last game in charge. The starting lineup we're going to go for then, we're sticking with the diamond. I don't know why we're sticking with the diamond, but we are doing it. In goal is going to be Jack Butland, a back four, which is essentially all changed. Kev is going to be the right back, Rob Holding and Stefan Posch in the centre, with Casper De Norre as the left back. Calvin Phillips will be the defence midfielder. Mikel Cuisant, Seko Fofana and David Brooks round off the midfield diamond. Callum Wilson and Joshua Zirkzee will be the two strikers today. I've dropped a number of players to the bench. Phil Foden, obviously one of them. You can see here, Cook, Lerma, Edouard and Nelson, all unhappy because they want to play first team football. Problem is, every time I play them, they're rubbish. I honestly think this will be our last game in charge. I honestly think that. Even if we win, I think it's going to be our last game in charge. We have to win 4 or 5-0 for us to get like an A rating. Because if we get like a C rating, it's not going to improve our score enough in order to kind of convince the board that we should still be in charge. For some reason, Casper de Nor's just smashed the ball down the left-hand side. It's Aarons who's going to run forward over the halfway line. Long ball towards Emi Buendia? Who? Who are you? It's a corner anyway. Norwich have a corner. I'm assuming this Buendia guy is going over. Emi, here he is, steps up to take it towards the middle. It's in. It's in. How's that gone in? It's another own goal. Kev this time with an own goal. So what happened? What actually happened? Corner comes in, headed down. That's just a mess. That is just an absolute mess. We're getting sacked in the morning. We're definitely getting sacked in the morning. Emi with a free kick after 13 and a half minutes, and the ball is over the bar from Gezel. Oh, and Kev's now gone and got himself injured. That's good to save yourself from the embarrassment, is it? Steve Cook's going to have to come on. We've done nothing. I mean, at least we've had a shot on target so far. Goal kick for Norwich. Onguini, maybe. I mean, I know he's good. He's a good option if you want a decent central defender. Bowen gets round his man. He's managed to make up the ground, though. Gezel in the middle, in the penalty area, crosses it in. Rob Holding calmly can smash the ball upfield to Joshua Zirkzee. He's going to run down the left-hand side, needs an option in the middle. He's been pushed over from Nguini. It's got to be a penalty because Nguini was in the penalty area. It's a free kick. How is that a free kick? That's not a free kick. Literally on the line, which is the penalty area. Cuisance steps up to take the free kick. It's cleared by Lewis. And now Cavallero's going to run on to the end of it. And Norwich are potentially going to cheeky a goal here. Plays it across to Jared Bowen on the right-hand side. He's got a number of yellow shirts in the middle. Bowen gets tackled by Casper de Nor. He was very lucky to nearly give away a penalty. Calvin Phillips with a free kick. Rob Holding is there. Holding's effort is off the post by the looks of it. Wilson's going to collect the clearance. Forward to Cuisance. Plays it to Cavallero because apparently Mikel Cuisance is now a Norwich player. Emi forward on the right-hand side. Jared Bowen with acres of space. It's going to be a counter-attack. It is not Seko Fofana manages to get a foot in. It is going to be a corner for Norwich. Although they did score from a corner last time, so Emi steps up with the corner. It's going to go to the middle. Holding heads clear. Brooks tries to control it. Fofana can just lump the ball clear, and apparently Brooks is fouled. Free kick for Gezel. Steps up, hits Steve Cook right in the chops. Gezel gets the ball back though. Takes it on his left hand? On his left foot, sorry. It's gone well over or wide or whatever, and it's going to be a goal kick. Calvin Phillips with another free kick for us. It's towards nobody. Wilson in the area, controls it. He's facing away. Plays it back to Rob Holding. He's going to play it back as well. This is not how football works. Casper de Nor. Brooks. Now Cuisance needs to play it to a right back. Steve Cook wants. Steve Cook eventually gets the ball on the right-hand side. Plays it back. Calvin Phillips again. Little flick to Cuisance. Now David Brooks with some space. Go for goal, David Brooks. He does go for goal, but it is over the bar. Cuisance once again, 30 minutes now on the clock. Calvin Phillips to Casper de Nor. De Nor, is he going to get round his man? He is going to try. He does get round his man. He's gone into the area. Casper de Nor's gone for a shot. I thought they fixed that. Corner for Mikel Cuisance to take it, who, if I'm perfectly honest, has been a shocking signing for me. It's gone and been cleared, only as far as Brooks. Now Posh. Posh is going to probably play it all the way back, isn't he? Yes, he does. Steve Cook, is he going to play it back further? No. Emi with the free kick for Norwich. It's towards the middle. Gezel's there and Jack Butland can hold on to the ball. Butland plays a long ball upfield to Wilson. Wilson plays it over to Zirkzee. Was he onside? Is he going to score a one-on-one? He still can't score one-on-ones and they've been fixed. Half-time then. It is 1-0 to Norwich. And it's Kev. It's all about Kev. Getting an own goal, getting himself injured, getting a booking as well. We're not doing well. Aggressive team talk because I'm going to get sacked otherwise. And then you've just said unlucky. Oh, you've said unlucky to a couple of people. That's fine. I thought you said it to everyone. Brooks is coming off because he's playing awful. So Phil Foden is going to come on. Cuisance is coming off. And to be honest, I'd be tempted to sell Cuisance. That's all of our subs as well. Throw in for Lewis for Norwich on that left-hand side. Gets the ball back. Is he going to cross it in? He tries. Doesn't actually. Plays it to Godfrey on the floor. Now Lewis gets the ball back once again. Now Emmy. Why is nobody doing anything about Emmy? He's just constantly getting the ball. Aaron's into the area. He goes for goal, but it is wide. I think we can score a goal here. And by here, I mean in this match. At some point, I think we can do it. Calvin Phillips with the corner. Cleared. Phillips is going to get the ball back. First time cross. Seko Fofana's there. Why did he head that? Show some passion. Is it going to fire people up? It does fire people up. Throw in for Steve Cook. Finds Callum Wilson. Back to Cook, the throw and taker. Crosses in. Xerxes there on the head. And Joshua Xerxes might have just saved my job. We've still got another 18 minutes to play. We are 1-1 now with Norwich. Xerxes with his 8th goal of the season. Let's get another one. And let's not concede a 94th minute winner for Norwich. If, please, just asking. Corner for Calvin Phillips. We've got 9 minutes to play. Xerxes there. The ball has hit the inside of the bar somehow. Phillips gets the ball back. Plays it across to Jefferson Lerma. Where's he going to go? Inside. Seko Fofana. He's got 3 options in front if he can just play the ball forward. Phil Foden is one of them. Foden. Xerxes wants it. Xerxes doesn't get it. Casper Denor does instead. Cross it in. He does cross it in. It's a shocking cross from Casper Denor. £125,000 a week that man's on. Can't do anything right. Casper Denor with a throw, probably straight to a Norwich player. Finds Seko Fofana, which is good. He's crossed the ball in. Jefferson Lerma lumps it upfield, and Callum Wilson's one-on-one with the keeper. Is he going to do it? He's not going to do it. It's still 1-1. Free kick for Leitner for Norwich, and of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's Jamal Lewis, his first goal of the season. It's 2-1 to Norwich, and we do not deserve that. We didn't deserve to draw with Southampton. We don't deserve to be losing against Norwich. We are definitely getting sacked. That came off his face. 2 minutes of injury time to play. 2 minutes of time to save our career as Bournemouth manager. I'm expecting we're getting sacked. I mean, we've not been given an ultimatum, but I'm expecting it's going to happen. Lewis with the ball. Cavallero isn't going to get there. Jefferson Lerma can clear. Can we steal an equaliser? Wilson's going to run down that right-hand side. He needs some options in the middle. Nobody's giving him an option. Xerxes is there. He's missed. He's not even got it on target. How have you not even got that on target? We've got 30 seconds. It's a corner for Norwich. Leitner steps up to take the corner. Where is it going to go? It's probably going to go straight on somebody's head, and it's going to be 3-1, isn't it? Corner comes in towards the middle. Header clear from Rob Holding. Cavallero controls it. Gets round his man. On Greeny. Back to Zimmerman. Steve Cook can intercept. Lump the ball upfield. The full-time whistle goes. Thank you, everybody. I've been Bournemouth manager for almost 2 seasons. It's 1.5 seasons. And we're going to be getting sacked now. Can I say it was nice working with you? It was nice working with you. Assertively, I'm not happy. I mean, a couple of players reacted negatively. Well, shut up. Well, we've not immediately been sacked, which I guess is a good thing. We're still 13th place, still 7 points clear of the relegation zone. 3 teams now joint on 24 points. I'm worried. I'm very worried. Kev's broken his ankle, which is always good. And they recommend I sign Kieran Trippier to replace Kev. I mean, I guess we could. We do need... you could work. Maybe Trippier. I don't want to do this. No, we're not buying Trippier. Right, we're going to end the episode here. And by end the episode here, I might not end right now. That was a D. Okay, why is that a better result than that? I don't understand. Anyway, we are going to end here. I'm going to go forward and see what happens. If we haven't been sacked by the Arsenal game, I'm going to end. If we have been sacked, clearly, you're going to find out. We are a day before the Arsenal game and we still haven't been sacked. So, with that, I am going to end this episode here. I don't think I'm going to get sacked before the Arsenal game. I might get sacked after. We'll find out. Next episode, I don't know where it's going to be. I'm going to say Stoke Huddersfield. That's kind of my guess. It might be Everton. We don't know. I might be sacked. We might be in charge of Blackburn. I don't know. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and I'll be back next time, probably in charge of somebody else.